Like my lady glasses. So when I did this welding last time, penetration mustn't have been sufficient because on this side there was a crack along the seam. After I ground it all the way, you know, there's a crack. So I've just beveled it along the crack, and now I'm going to weld and fill and hopefully do a better job. And then got a couple of little pits, one pit, two, and that, I don't know where that hole came from. I don't know if I did that or what. Or we got worms? No, I don't want to fill that hole. Let's just see how I go. Last time I did it, I was really bad at it. Hopefully it's better today. There's a bit of wind coming though, which is going to blow away my argon. Actually it is too. I kind of need to block that area. Try to put those boards up there. Start from the end. Just need a little work. Otherwise that should grind up nice. Alright, let me grind it up. It'll take a few minutes and we'll see what it looks like. It may be one more hole I've got to fix there. Otherwise, pretty happy. I'm going to stop mucking with it now. It's not perfect, but little pinholes here and there, but paint will seal that, not a problem.
Looks pretty good. Jamie the welder.
11 years, out of date. So it's time we got rid of them, yeah? Let's see if they're gonna still work though, yeah? Wife, one for you.
Okay.
Do you wanna go through the instructions there?
Hold the pin. See if I can do it.
Okay, and then pull. Okay, so then start back 2.43 meters. Oh, I didn't bring my tape measure. Aim at the base of the fire. Squeeze lever, sweep side to side. 2.43 meters.
How do you hold it?
How far is 2.43 meters?
So maybe
1.4.
Like
This
this?
is, yep, that's about it. So then move it in, you know. So let's start moving it in, yeah, because we don't want to spray the
this?
guy's boat.
now?
Yep. Keep it. Yep. Oh well, that's dry powder, and it works. So this is how long it lasts. On sweeping motion. Not bad.
Yeah.
It's about
That's
10.
it.
It's about 10-second burst.
Yeah. Okay.
Go downwind. Yeah, that's it. Yay! Well, even 11-year out-of-date fire extinguishers, that would have put out a fire easy.
Yeah.
Depending on the fire, of course. Well done, wife.
Yes.
Well, it was awesome to get the engines running yesterday, which is a big relief. You know, after 3 years, who knows what condition they're going to be in. But you know what? I did notice the engine mounts are looking pretty deteriorated. In fact, even before we stopped sailing, they were looking a bit sad. I've had to replace engine mounts before, just like I think I replaced 2 out of 8. And to do them one at a time is pretty easy, but I think I'm going to replace all 8 this time. Actually, I haven't had a good look on the starboard side, but the port side, they're all pretty shot. Maybe you guys can help me how best to identify when the mount's gone, right? You know, I've put a jimmy bar and lifted them, and you know, I can see in some of the mounts the rubber is really deteriorated, so that's a good sign. I guess if the rubber had completely let go, as in not attached to the cup, that would mean gone. Anyway, they're just looking a bit crappy, so you know, I think it's time to replace all 8. Tell me what you reckon. So previously I'd bought 2 engine mounts to replace them from Beta Marine. I do find Beta Marine really expensive for the most basic things, whether it's an air filter or an oil filter. Actually, some of them are okay, but some are crazy money. So I'm going to rip one of these mounts off, just hold the engine leg up with a chock of wood, take it with me back to Phoenix, 5th largest city in the US. Surely I can buy something off the shelf, an engine mount off the shelf, which would be better. Oh, and here's evidence of the black dust which fills up the air filter, yeah. It is from belt wear, but specifically probably from the water maker belts too. These are high output alternators, 200 amps. It's not often that they work that hard, but occasionally they're at least making 120 amps. So there's a big torque here. Even with this poly belt here, it's a 5 groove belt. Feels a bit tight actually. Oh no, I just did this yesterday, didn't I? But anyway, it's a fine balance between too tight and too loose. You know, you don't want squealing, but you don't want belt wear. And there's a lot of black dust there. Hey crew, did you know that there's about 60% of you guys that are returning viewers but not subscribers? It would be so helpful if you could just push that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything, no commitments, but it would help us out an awful lot. Appreciate it. Cheers. I think it's been 2 years that we've had this diesel heater, which was given to us by H. Calorie. It's the first time I've ever used such an animal, and there's a bunch of them out there now. You know, all China brands. But we've used this for 2 winters, and it's worked flawlessly. How many days? Let's call it at least 20, 30 days per winter that we've used this. I'm considering where we can install it in the boat now. You know, like initially, we've never had a heater on the boat. There's only been maybe 2 or 3 times in our cruising life that we've wanted a heater. One was South Africa because we wintered there. We were in the summer in New York State. That got pretty cold too, so we needed a heater there. Wished we had one. And here, Mexico, in the winter, it's cold. So it's good enough that it's basically a rip-off of a Webasto diesel furnace, right? So what I'm going to do, because it's sort of modular, right, and dangly bits everywhere, it's made for you to build it into your project. So that's what I'm about to do. I've got an idea. I can fit it underneath the step at the helm here. So I'm going to take off the bits, see if we can get it in the hole. This is going to be really close. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Here we go. So now I'm just going to have to plumb this, the outlet, just through this bulkhead, which means a reasonable size hole, but the bulkhead's fine. It can tolerate a hole that big, no problem. So that's a little committing, cutting a big hole like that. The air intake doesn't really need to be that fresh air, does it? I mean, it could be the air under the floor here. It's no big deal, I don't think, unless it got stinky. So there's a consideration. The exhaust, that's the big challenge. Where to mount this without fouling your intake air, without burning yourself on the thing all the time. I've got to think about that, but this is great. The screen is detachable on the front of that, so we can mount the screen inside as, like, you know, that's our remote control. The only thing with this locker, it's not a dry locker. It's a wet locker. It's under the bimini here, but you know, in the heavy rains, it gets wet in there. we could waterproof, cover it up a bit in plastic, but you can see it just sits there like that. There will be dribbles of water going on top of that, but nothing that we can't manage. I'm excited about that. I'm going to work on that a little bit later on. Relisting my jobs. It's got smaller. Managed to cross most of that off and refine it down to here. Well, this is from the water maker, right? It's a weird fitting, so it has to be welded. But it did last 10 years. So I'm going to clean all this up and then going to weld this on proper. These are 316 stainless. Decided I'm going to mount the solar regulators. The big issue we got is look at this Victron Direct cord.